Hi guys, it's Opheana Sikaal here for session 12 of our Ascension Tools series. We are doing love and light quotients today. So in our Ascension Consciousness reading, there's two percentages that we like to do just because we've found that in the spiritual world here on earth there is a lot of focus on love, and we love love, right? Don't get us wrong.
Love.
It's we love love. We love to focus on light because we find that that's the missing area for a lot of people, and so often in the readings the love quotient is very high, if not 100%, a lot of the time. The light quotient can be a little lacking, and the definition for us of light is universal truth.
Wisdom, universal truth, wisdom.
Truth that's coming through, you know, that beautiful Sananda's blue light of truth. It's the essence of who we truly are. So it's not necessarily not a loving energy, it's a different energy. Yeah. It's a different frequency, and discernment is part of your light quotient. Having good discernment, having good boundaries.
Yes, boundaries.
Understanding how you work in relation to other people, how the world works around you, that you're in a matrix, that this world's a little bit of a hologram, etc., etc., etc. Energetic management, learning from your lessons. How much have you anchored truth or the light part of your presence? How much of that have you anchored?
Often when people go through the Ascension Consciousness Scale, if you haven't had a look at it, have a look at it, the Ascension Consciousness Scale. We've also got a video about it. People start with anchoring love. That's how they start raising their consciousness and their frequency, opening their heart, getting rid of heart wounds, opening up, loving other people, connecting with other people. Some people, however, stay stuck in the love energies and go too far with it at times and become more martyrs or over compassionate, giving away of their selves to others. And that's when it goes too far. This is where the light starts coming in beyond that and starts working with the love. They work together. Seldom, if ever, do we see a very high light quotient not already balanced by an opening of the heart and a high love quotient. And a quotient means how much percentage of the love can your energy bodies hold. Often we see higher percentages for love and a little bit lower on light, because that's the area where people still need to grow. They need to bring in more light. Often, you know, in some parts of our society, part of the spiritual world is over compassionate. You know, it's only about being nice, being loving, being kind, and those are extremely important. But when the focus stays there and it becomes too much, then people's missions can't be anchored, because that involves light, that involves information coming from your presence as far as what are the steps, what am I here to do, what is my puzzle piece. And holding love is needed as a component of your mission, but adding on the light and raising your light quotient is secondary to that, but they work together hand in hand. With only love, it's not going to be enough. You've got to anchor that with light, raise your light. And how do you do that? By keep allowing your universal truth to come through and act on it. Allow your presence to speak to you, allow your spirit to speak to you. Allow your higher self to speak to you and act on it. Listen to your teams, listen to your guides, listen to the wisdom, the pure wisdom from Gaia acting on it. All of that raises the amount of light you can hold in your energy bodies.
Absolutely. As Sikaal said, what is your puzzle piece? Why are you here? That's what it all comes down to. And from what we've seen, the people that have made choices to really look into that often are the ones that are able to grow, because they let go of some of the rest. They've let go of attachments that aren't a part of why am I here. If you're a 4th, 5th, 6th density starseed, you're here for more than just doing the love part of things. You're here to bring in your light as well, and your light is part of your mastery, and you can't do your full mission without your mastery streaming through. And so it's coming to terms with really having extraordinarily, from what we've seen, really good boundaries, really good discernment, really good choices, clarity, decisiveness.
And you know what another one is to add on to that is the courage.
Courage,
the courage
to be who you
to
are.
act
Yes.
upon your guidance.
Yes.
And this is often where
yes.
people can get stuck.
Yes.
They can get the insights,
Thank
but
you.
they don't make the
Yes.
changes. They're not willing to change, and they don't have the courage. I mean, recently, Opheana put up a beautiful lion picture. Where did you put that up? On Instagram. A beautiful lion picture, and it's the courage of the lion to make the choices needed for your mission, for your life, in connection to other people, places, and what you are doing. So sometimes they're hard. We've discussed that before. It's not always easy. There's going to be tough decisions to make, but you're here to send out your radio signal, to send out your energetic signature. Why? Because you're part of a whole. And so anchoring more light and having the courage to act on the wisdom and the guidance that you get is very important, and not just staying in the only love frequency. It's amazing, it's beautiful, and it feels good, and the heart opens. When the heart cracks open, oh my God, the world opens, and it's beautiful, and you see other people in different ways, and you see the world in different ways, and it's amazing. Multidimensional love connects, beautiful, but you've got to anchor that with light. I mean, love will only get you so far in your ascension consciousness. It's got to start being balanced by light, or else it becomes very wobbly. It needs to be contained, and
Focus.
It needs to be aligned throughout and with light, and together they raise you, they hold your pillars strong. And when you can hold both in your energy bodies, that's when you can become the higher levels of who you truly are, and more of your spirit can ground here.
Absolutely.
On earth in your mission.
Yes. And one of the areas of discernment that is a key in this is really seeing the reality, the truth in relationships, in extended family members, in immediate family members, in the patternings that have gone on, really finding that feeling that you have, that pull from people, or that pull, that worry that you have, that can be, there's a certain level of truth that is needed to be grounded. There's a certain level of truth that you often don't want to see, actually. And so it's having the courage again to allow the light to shine onto that, because if you're sort of I'll just keep the light over here because I know that's going on and there's all these entanglements. But I can't let that person go, so I can't even deal with it. It's a non-discussion. I'm not going there. Well, I'm sorry, but you can't bring in more light if you're not going to allow that light to shine right through. And so it's using the discernment in that area to really just have the courage to see what is truly there, the entanglements that have been created throughout your life.
And you know, the last 50, 40, 30, 20% of your light quotient come from truth about who you are.
Yeah.
Truth about who you are in the world, truth about who you are in your mission, truth about how you express yourself. It's really Spirit is asking you to go deep with that, one step at a time. You don't need to go all the way there. If you're not ready, you're not. But when it's knocking on your door and it's time to explore an arena, you got to go there. And even if you don't know the solutions, or really is an area you just don't want to look at, allow yourself to fall through it in meditation, and choose perhaps a meditation that can address what you're dealing with. Because there's so many options, and use tapping. And again, like we say, whatever works for you to clear these energies for you. Ask your teams for assistance, because that's how you're going to anchor more and more of your own truth. Because if you're holding illusion in your field about who you are, about what the world is, about who others are in the world, that illusion
dims your light.
Cannot make space for light. Illusion has to leave for light to come in. So if you're kidding yourself in certain areas, your spirit will keep letting you know. We'll keep letting you know. We'll keep letting you know until if you don't keep acting on it, then something will burst. Something will pop open. So you have to address it. And that's just the way it works. So why not listen to your spirit's guidance and be brave like that lion? Be courageous so you can keep raising in frequency and be a clear and clear and clearer and stronger and stronger and stronger signal in this world and beyond, on the inner and on the outer, to the solar system, to the galaxy, to the universe. Your influence is very strong because you are here to be your puzzle piece if you so choose it, if you so allow it, and if you're honest with yourself and allow that truth to come through.
Absolutely.
Each and every one of us has areas that are really hard for us, and they may seem simple to someone else and be like, oh, why is that particular area of life or creation or whatever it is hard for you? Well, there could be so many reasons for it. There could be multidimensional wounds, there could be genetic wounds, there could be whatever. But you got to work through that and honestly know that's a wound that you're growing and healing through, and then more and more truth comes in, more and more truth comes in, and your love quotient reaches to 100, and your light starts to move up and up and up, and then your consciousness raises and raises and raises.
Absolutely. And the letting go process is part of the whole dynamic of allowing more light in. Like Sikaal said, letting go of illusions. Letting go of old paradigms, letting go of old programs. Oh my goodness, we've just had Easter programs, Christmas programs, birthdays. Let me tell you, people, just have a look at how important you make yourself on your birthday. You're important every day, and so is everyone else. And you're not more important on your birthday. You're as important as you have always been. Anyway, birthdays.
At least from our point of view.
From our point of view.
If you love it, go for it. But from our point of view,
it's not about not loving it.
It's about
get rid of the program.
Yeah, it's about peeling back everything that's programmed to not allow you to see a truth.
Yeah, and so letting go of things that you feel that you need, that's truth. Letting go, simplifying that minimalism type energy in your field energetically.
True needs.
Just true needs. And that allows, again, more light in, more truth in. And it's not about getting to bare basics so that you're like, just going to meditate and be, like the Zen life, be like the monk. I've done a lot of those lifetimes, let me tell you, and sometimes you just want to go there.
Unless it happens to be your mission.
Yeah.
But for a lot of us starseeds, it's not. You're here to do other things.
Yeah, and so letting go, what else can you let go of? Because if you have more growth, then there's more to let go of. If you're not at a level that you want to be, then there's something else to let go of. It's as simple as that. And so surrendering to the truth can take so much courage, and it's like it's that, I can feel it, it's that high, it's growing into that higher heart, into the thymus area. It's expanding further, being so brave to look out beyond this reality you've been okay with. There's more. There's even more. And it's really allowing that, the truth of what's going on this earth without being scared by it. If you are scared of some of the things that are going on, don't focus on the news. Focus on the reality, the real news that's going on in the world, rather than that stuff out there. That's programs. So it's really, again, letting go of behaviors, habits, whatever it is, to allow the truth of who you really are to be able to live the lifestyle that suits your presence. That's what it's all about in the end.
And it's one of the elements of the reading. Knowing where you stand with both your love and light gives you an indication of, okay, well, this is where I'm at now. Where can I grow to?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. And again, you can choose to get the reading or not. You don't really need the reading. Just knowing this information is just having your insight, your knowledge there can anchor the wisdom next. So just open up to the light a little bit more. Ask for transmissions about how to anchor more light, and you will receive it if you create enough space, which means letting go. All right, thanks guys.
Thanks, guys.
We'll see you next time. Lots of love, lots of light. You know,
Lots
the whole
of love and light. Love and light.
Love and light.
Many blessings.
Take care. See you next time. Thank you.
Bye.